guys, Maggie here. Thanks for visiting my station. I am currently at my parents' house. I am currently living with my parents at age 45. I'm actually technically living on a couch in their sunroom in the same house that I grew up in 40 years ago. We moved when I was 5. It's out in the country. There's dogs, there's cats. I brought my 3 cats. All my shit, you can't see it, but it's like strewn around the sunroom. Poor mom. This was her room where she would read. This is where Dad was on the computer buying old car parts. You know, they're in their 70s now. It's really a strange thing to observe your parents in their 70s who are still married and still in the same house that they raised you in, me and my sister. I mean, I'm not going to say like it's a good thing. It's been really hard, and I was thinking about my last video that I posted called Vegans Are Scary, which was a play on the video Dairy is Scary, because I got to be friends with the girl that did Dairy is Scary. The girl. She actually is a girl. She's 28. I think at age 45 now, when I see anybody in their 20s, I'm like, you're a girl. Pretty much like, if you're not a mom that's had to grow up quick, or somebody that is like super grounded, actually I shouldn't say that. Maybe not all girls that are single, boy chasing, in heat. I mean, my cats are in heat a couple months of the year, and I was thinking maybe girls are just in heat in their 20s and 30s, and then you get into your 40s and you're like, I'm a little bit like more asexual now. It's kind of disturbing, except when the moon goes into Scorpio and I get a little frisky, which I've been lately. Haven't been frisky for a while. It's been like a drought, and now I'm like, what's going on? Actually, I should say that better. It's not the moon in Scorpio, it's Venus in Scorpio. There's something to it in my chart. I've been trying to follow astrology to make sense of this mess that has become my life. I'm trying to give part 2 to my part 1, Vegans Are Scary, and I'm having a hard time, honestly. Maybe vegans aren't scary. Maybe I'm the scary one. And I'm a person that decided to go vegan like 12 years ago, and I kind of chased animal advocacy for 12 years. I tried to make a difference in the world. Hi guys, it's me, Maggie, and I'm here to discuss with you why vegans are scary in less than 5 minutes. I'm here with my pet panther. I've been vegan for 12 years, and I've lost every friend that hasn't been vegan. Vegans think they're better than you. I did. I mean, I do. I do because I am. I look at a dog and think, I want to eat my dog. Why would I eat a cow or a pig or a fish? It has sentient feelings. We don't eat dead things. It's a mom or it's a dad, you know? I'm not going to eat that animal just the same as I wouldn't eat my cat, okay? How can you not eat your cat and eat a pig? It defies all logic. Look at my fucking cats right now. They're super fucking cute, and guess what I buy them? Meat, because they're not gonna not eat meat. Pate, shreds, treats, little gross things. I tried to align myself with other vegans, which to like anybody who lives under a rock is a person that doesn't eat animals or any animal products. And I realized now at age 45, having to come back and live with my parents because I made such a mess of my life, that the only thing one should focus on in life is trying to get stability and make money. And if you try to change the world or align with people in a cause like veganism, it is a recipe for disaster. I feel like I'm a snowball, and I threw myself down a very large cliff, and I'm just like picking up twigs and branches, and I'm growing in size, and it's gonna just like land in a snowbank somewhere. That's kind of how I think my life has gone, where I thought that I was gonna be like a snowman. I thought it was gonna work like, you know, here's the base of the snowman. This is my earlier days, and then it gets more refined, and my ball is smoother. I have picked up some skills along the way, like making buttons out of rocks and little twig arms with mittens that I sewed. And this is what middle age is. And then I move on to the head in my aging years. And my snowman is a carefully crafted, deliberate and planned thing. And that is not life. Life is being a snowball hurling down a mountain, picking up debris. I would love to give the Erin Janus story. You know, have you ever been in a relationship with somebody that just, like, after 3 or 4 years, I'm just throwing that out there because that's what it was for me, you're like, I'm with a psycho. I am with somebody with very bad character that has fucked my life thoroughly, and I need to get out of this relationship. For a lot of you, that could be a husband or a partner or a lover or a best friend. This girl was a business partnership. It was a business thing. It was a delusionary idea I had of aligning myself with somebody whose values I thought I stood by, and also who was a creative, who was doing something in the YouTube sphere, like her video of 6 million views, Dairy's Scary. She created like something that was almost comedic for a very serious subject matter, and disrupted the dairy industry. And when I met Erin, did she reach out to me? No, I reached out to her. She was doing a video about people that grew up Christian. She wanted to talk to people because she was losing her Christian faith, and I was also losing mine. I had lost it at age 28. So I texted her or Facebook messaged her in 2018, and I was on my way to Toronto for an art event, and I thought, I'll swing by Hamilton and we'll shoot this video. Shoot this video with Erin Janus of Dairy is Scary. This is 2018, and you know, this girl, I'll refer to as a girl, Erin is a girl, was a pain in the ass the entire time. I mean, she had an opinion on everything, down to the lip gloss color I should wear, the angle of my face, how much eye makeup I should wear, the color of the background, the color of our tops, exposing our shoulders. It was like calculated to look a certain way. And I thought, wow, these young kids really understand the internet because they're good manipulators. I'm Gen X. I'm a snowball. I'm the snowball collecting debris. I'm not necessarily thinking about how we should craft our video to say a certain thing, to like manipulate people in a certain way. But this is what YouTube influencers have mastered.
It is signed. It's a signed document. I guess if you have a signed document in your possession, you can't go wrong. This year, I'm really going to kick that football.
This is why I should have said Erin is scary. I shouldn't have said vegans are scary, but I've had a lot of really bad interactions with vegans, and I have no vegans in my life anymore, except like friends that I had before I went vegan, that like may be vegan now. But like, I think that my problem was I thought I could and should get to know, befriend, work with, change the world with various vegans that I have not known a very long time. And so it started in 2018. This girl, this beautiful girl that was on all these billboards that said Dairy is Scary, and I did a video. She recently took it down from the page. It was on Questioning the Narrative. It had, I don't know, 40, 50,000 views, tons of helpful comments for people that are questioning religion, mainly evangelical Christianity. And this thing happened, a really fucked up thing that made me throw all vegans in a pile and say vegans are scary, which vegans are scary. I'm technically kind of a vegan, I guess. I had a cheese pizza and I had cheese on a couple tacos. I did. It was in Texas, and it was really hard to eat a pizza without cheese on it, and I'm sorry. So if that makes me not a vegan because I ate a pizza with cheese on it a couple times, or some mac and cheese at the restaurant that I worked at because they didn't have vegan mac and cheese and I just didn't want a salad. Sometimes you just don't want a salad. It's fucked up, but like it's one of the reasons vegans are scary. It's because like you can't fuck up at all. You eat cheese pizza and all of a sudden everyone's saying you're not vegan. And that's what I did with Erin. That's what I did. I was pissed, and I've seen her eat pizza. She's told me about burgers she's eaten. She's told me about steaks she's had with her boyfriend, a doctor. I should have fucked a doctor. I should have fucked a doctor and then gotten something over him, who I know a lot of shit about. And this is not the video for it. But, you know, I should have fucked an occult doctor with some skeletons in his medical box, and then held that over him so I could get a condo in the Royal Connaught in Hamilton, Canada. So I could have a mental breakdown, get him to buy me a condo, and then not let him break up with me because I have something over his head, and then invite my business partner / best friend Maggie to come live on the same floor as them in the Royal Connaught.
So yeah, like, you know, like I look at 30 grand and I think, okay, well, that's could be 5 radio-ready songs and 5 music videos, but what good is that if I don't have like an actively engaged audience? It's like, okay, like, it's cool, but I would much rather have that space for 12 months and, you know, like, one of the rooms is your bedroom, the living room is your living room, and then the bigger 3-window room can be our shared office studio space. And I just am there sometimes during the day, sometimes you're in this unit, and we just do as much as we can together with less of a budget. And then by doing a bunch of lower budget videos, it'll lead to the ability to do higher budget videos, and the worry of a place to live and work out of won't be a problem because 12 months is a long time and it's a great space and it's down the fucking hall for me. I don't see how it could be better. I know you can't listen to this till later, but also the landlord is so chill. I was talking to him and he was saying he'd be willing to sell it to me maybe after a year. So if we work super hard, then it can be owned, and then it's not like, you know, you're at the mercy of a landlord. But I don't think it's gonna be a problem because he sounded great. Yeah, I mean, fuck, like, I don't know, like, a part of me thinks like, oh, well, maybe just get a cheaper place and then put money into studios, but no, because I can do really low budget videos, just like acoustic guitar and voice, and that'll lead to an income to do studio time. And honestly, $3,000 a month isn't that much. Like, if I make food from home, like, I won't be spending it. Like, I spend that on food. Like, it's so easy to spend $100 on food, and I'm gonna stop doing that because it's stupid.
A beautiful hotel in Hamilton, Canada, outside of Toronto. I should offer her a $3,000 a month apartment, $1,500 extra cash to play around with, utilities, food, getting my cats fixed. So I should offer somebody $4,500 a month and have my crooked doctor pay for it. And then when I see her for the first time since 2019, because we saw each other in 2019, I'll say, oh, you're cuter than I thought. Dennis thinks you're pretty. I think I knew when she saw me in San Antonio. She came to get me in San Antonio with Dennis for this new opportunity they were giving me. It was an opportunity to be her business manager and help her create some YouTube videos. Because apparently I'm the only person that can get her off her ass doing something. She created this great viral video, which I'll never take away from her. You can't. It's in the internet. It's made an impact on the dairy industry. It's helped a lot of people go vegan. You can't take that away from her. Even though she doesn't actually look like that. If I'm being petty, she's got acne and she's 30 pounds heavier than that, and she has a soulless face. She looks like she has been drained of any life, and she's just operating like a dead person, honestly, and it's scary. And that might have been what the mental institution did to her back like in 2022. Apparently they medicated her against her will, and I think that's fucked up. And I was the only person that stayed with her in all of that. I sent markers and socks and bathrobes. She got me this bathrobe, and I got her a bathrobe in the mental institution, and I think she even gave it to somebody that needed it more than her. So there is an element of sweetness and empathy to the dead in the eyes Erin Janus. You know, there was before the mental institution. I don't know what they gave her. I hadn't seen her. I hadn't seen her since vegan campout in London. We were at a vegan event with like 8,000 people, and some guy shows up at some dance party thing I dragged her to and said he knew her from online, and she accused him of being her stalker. And she just didn't do her speech, which she hadn't even prepared in the first place. She tried to get him kicked out of the event, which the event organizers wouldn't do. And then she got all the police involved in Canada, in the UK. Turns out, I talked to the guy the next day. I saw him in the line for coffee. He said, oh, I've been chatting with her for years. I've been sending her money. That is the thing. Another reason vegans are scary is because we can't change the fact that we're people. People, you know, are horny. People are horny, and you see somebody, especially if you're a man, you see a girl that looks good on YouTube, and now you think she's changed your life because she told you all about the dairy industry, and you decided to cut dairy out of your household, and you feel better, your wife is feeling better, you know, you might chat up that girl. And I don't blame Erin for taking money from men for the last, 8 years from that video. I don't blame her for making that her job, chatting up horny guys on the internet, because everybody does it. Everybody does it. We're in the age of OnlyFans. So you have a video like Dairy is Scary, where you're wearing red lipstick and you're young and fresh and quirky and comedic, and you change somebody's lives. That should bring in a little bit of horn dog money. And she's got them lined up. She's got a new one, as mentioned before, that bought her a condo and bought me an apartment in Hamilton, Canada, where I lived for 2.5 weeks. I actually went without a written contract. I went from a series of Facebook messages from Erin between October 3rd and October 29th. Pictures of Hamilton she would send me, pictures of the lobby, pictures of this beautiful hotel. And I let her and Dennis come down, buy me luggages, 5 luggages and 3 cats on a plane from San Antonio to Toronto. Then we got in Dennis's red Tesla with the word vegan in the back, even though they're eating steak. But his whole practice thinks he's vegan, Erin said to me one day. I thought that was really funny. His whole practice thinks he's vegan. That's another reason vegans are scary, because we've built up this fake persona like we're good people, when we're only good when it comes to animal morality. But when it comes to human morality, vegans can be the most vicious to each other. I used to work with the Humane Party. I was the head of that party, and I would go everywhere. A little booth, little suit jacket, trying to help people trying to get people to sign up for our political party, the Humane Party. And wouldn't you know, they all pushed me out. Why? I voted for Trump. I said in the San Francisco Chronicle, hey, maybe he's not that bad of a guy. Let's see what he does before we freak the fuck out. And they pushed me out. It pushed me out faster than a baby calf ready to be killed and put in a tiny little shed and cry for his mother in the dairy industry. And that was in Erin's video. Dairy Scary, which everyone should watch. I still think veganism is the best way. I don't think getting to befriend vegans is probably the best idea, just because I don't have one that's my friend now. And not one has treated me well. Least of all, Erin Janus and the doctor, her boyfriend, who was transformed by her video apparently. Apparently that video made his wife go vegan. Unfortunately, his wife has passed away since, but Erin has said, you know, it's her money. It's her money that the doctor makes because she transformed his life. She changed his life for the better. She got him involved in the vegan world. He and his wife were dressing in ball gowns going to the Mercy for Animals gala. And they became celebrities in the vegan movement. They felt like rock stars, and it was because of Erin Janus's Dairy Scary video. And she did that for him. So now that she's with him, she's going to take $4,500 a month to work on her music career, and she's going to spend it with me. I'm going to be the one that's going to help her launch her music and her videos again, and she's going to move me from San Antonio to Canada, Hamilton. Who the fuck has ever heard of Hamilton? I hadn't. I googled it. It's outside of Toronto. And I did, and I went based on a relationship with this girl that I've had since 2018. Erin told me, don't tell Dennis what we're doing. We were working on a cat video. In regards to my own self, becoming a cat lady, or maybe becoming truly what I always was, because I was exposed to a lot of cats on the farm as a kid. A lot of cats that kept dying in really sad ways because it's the elements. There is a busy road out front. There's a lot of trees. Cats fell out of trees. Cats got shot by the neighbors, the liberal neighbors that allow hunting in their property. Not on ours though. Mom does not let hunting, or does not let hunters on our property. I got to Hamilton, Canada, and Erin was acting like a fucking psycho. I mean, the entire time on the plane, she was so needy, so bitchy, so cunty. I mean, I don't say that word lightly, but the way she was treating her boyfriend, like I actually had to pull Dennis aside at one time and say, thanks for loving her. Because like she was exhibiting to me these qualities of somebody that was being a total fucking bitch. And I was like, I can't believe, like, Janice, I didn't want this coffee. I'm tired. Get an Uber. We're only 500 feet away from the hotel. And then she'd like sit down on the ground. Like while we were in San Antonio, we went to Ripley's Believe It or Not. And she would just whine and complain and bitch. And I'm just like over this girl already, but I made a deal. And I'd already quit my job, subleased out my apartment, and packed all my shit. And I'm going back to Canada with this fucking psycho. And I was a little worried. But I thought, I didn't think. And that is a problem with me. And I'm understanding as I age my weaknesses, and that's a big one. I just do trust, I don't think. So 4 days in, we're in our robes in the apartment that she'd rented for me. And we just had a stupid fight over me not paying enough attention to her. I was playing with the cat and she wanted me to be talking about this writing project. And I was tired. It sucked, you know, like traveling and bringing your cats to a new place and not knowing anybody. And Hamilton was kind of creepy. There's like a lot of homeless people, like tent city kind of thing. Sort of like I imagine it's happening in California. So I was like not really of sorts. Dennis had gone back to, he has a practice like 2 hours away. He's got like 7 businesses, but his practice was 2 hours away, so he wasn't around. Erin's living in her condo, I'm living in my apartment, same floor. It's a beautiful hotel I'm living in, but I'm just like experiencing a lot of emotions, and I'm typing and I'm like, not really paying attention to what she's saying because she wants me to like verbatim write down what she's saying, and it hasn't really been thought about. Like, if you're gonna create a sitcom, you think of like backstory for the characters, and you kind of really need to have some elements in place, like your characters really and their motivations. And I'm kind of asking her about that while I'm simultaneously thinking about this weird experience, this new place I'm in with all my stuff, my cats. And she gets mad at me and she tells me, Maggie, pay attention to me. This place is $150 a day. And her face like transformed into this like fucking cunt face. If you've ever seen somebody that like transforms into the biggest asshole. And I was like taken aback by this. And then she said, this is how you were when we were in Europe, when I had found that guy the next day that was like supposedly stalking her. It's like when I like kind of look behind the curtain and see the like the man behind the curtain a little bit, it seems like that's when like her demon comes out and like this fucking, hey, pumpkin. Anyway, this fucking demon came out and she told me, hey, take the day off, take the day off. And it like started really treating me like I'm like an employee at this point, when technically I thought I was there to like be her manager and to get her shit together. And then she refuses to talk to me. I like kept on texting her like, hey, let's just go hash this out in the lobby. Let's get over this. I just wanted to work. Let's get a video made. Let's do the reason that I'm here for. We're wasting time. She not only won't respond to me, she goes to Montreal with Dennis for an entire week afterward. Doesn't talk to me, and then it has the fucking nerve to send me a text message telling me to get out. That I needed to get out of that apartment and I was fired, and I'm going to read the text message in my next video because it's the most fucked up thing anyone's ever said to me. I'm sorry my face is transforming, but it's just fucked up. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day here at my parents' house because that's where I live now because of Erin fucking Janus, and everybody's going to learn what a fucking horrible person you are.
Guys, don't assume that I need medication. I'll tell you right now, I need meditation. Let me try that first. Just, please. I'm not manic. I'm inspired in spirit to be a good friend. It's not mania. I'm an entertainer. This is for entertainment purposes only. Gotcha.